Hi guys, so Mr. Orme here with a guide on how to do your folder, ready for your folder checks that are going to be happening soon. So the reason I'm doing this for you is I know it's very easy for me to say, oh yeah, organise your folders, but it's very hard to understand exactly what that looks like. So what I have here is just a perfect folder from one of our current Year 13 students, and we're going to use that to show you exactly what this should look like. So yours, by the end, should look identical to this one. Right, the very first thing is a data booklet relevant to the course that you're taking. If it's IB, it should be an IB data booklet. If in this case it's A-level chemistry, then here we have an A-level chemistry data booklet. You need to print that, okay? Obviously, if you're physics, you're on AQA, make sure you're aware of what your spec is that you're studying. So the next thing is we're going to organise notes by chapter. So you can see here, starting off with Module 2, which is the first module we did in Year 12. And then if I flip ahead a little bit further, I can see it's Module 3 and Module 4, 5, and so on. Now, one thing to note, notice how we've even split it up, 2.1, 2.2. You need to do that, okay? Because, for example, in chemistry, 2.1 and 2.2 are very different bits of content. The only thing that makes them similar is that they're both foundations in chemistry. They're two very different topics. They should be split up, as you can see this student has done here. Okay? So, notice, we split it up further. We've got sections A to E, F and G. If I look across to section A, I'm going to find atomic structure and isotopes. And there it is. Okay? So this is atomic structure and isotopes. Each of your topics at the front should have the spec for that topic. So when you're revising, you can see exactly what it is that you need to know. Again, make sure you check your spec, make sure it is the right one. So you can see here, it's just the spec for Module 2. All right, just for Module 2. Why? Because this is the section for Module 2. All right, if I flip to the front of Module 3, no prizes for guessing what we'll find there. It's the spec for Module 3. Okay. Next part is consolidating notes as you go. This one I think is the hardest for students to understand, so I'm going to show you perfectly what that should look like. So at the front of each topic, you can see I've got some consolidated notes. Now, for those of you who don't do chemistry, history of the atom is one lesson. Atomic structure is one lesson. Mass spec is one lesson. What the student has done is picked out just the key points and put them on one page. So this 2-page document is the entirety of C2.1. Why do I make you do this? It's 3 pages actually, but still. Why do I make you do this? Well, because it is much, much easier to revise from this than it is going into here and trying to revise from your notes. Because your notes aren't going to be as concise, they're not going to be as clear. And also, it's likely there's going to be wrong stuff in there as well. Any flashcards need to go in there as well. Next, we're going to look to see, right at the back of the folder, there are 2 important sections. The first is for mock exams. So any mock exam should go at the back. Why do we do that? So that they're easy to access and you can go back and see what areas you need to work on. Finally, any revision work. So past papers, flashcards, anything like that. Okay? Then the final thing is your homework should be present in sequence. So for example, here is, I lost it. So here you go. There was a revision poster that was set for homework. Here it is. That is in sequence with the topic it should be in. Okay? So, just to summarise, key things are split by module, even submodules. At the start of each module, you should have the spec and you should have consolidated notes. At the front, you should have a data booklet. At the back, you should have revision work and any mocks. In your folder checks, you'll have one chance to get it right. The second time you get it wrong, it's an hour detention with me. We're strict with this because good folders mean good students. This student, the most organised folder, got an A, all right, and improved greatly on what their baseline test was. How did they do that? Organisation and good revision. All right, that's a long video now. Apologies for that. Any questions, come and find me or talk to your teacher. Thank you very much for your time, guys. See you later. Bye-bye.